Alright, so we are back for another Dokkan battle video, and in today's video we are going to be talking about some of the possible themes that we could get for the up-and-coming New Year's celebration. Now, some of you are probably curious because I literally just made a video on this like 2 days ago, but we kind of got a soft confirmation that the theme for New Year's is going to be a movie. So you can see here, we got a news post on JP Dokkan. It might be on Global Dokkan also, I'm not 100% sure on that, but I know it's on JP Dokkan. And you can see they're kind of combining a lot of these Extreme Z areas, so we got the Extreme Z area for the Kaioken Goku and then the Lord Slug, and then like all the metal coolers, and just a lot of these movies Extreme Z areas, so for the free-to-play movies units. All of those Extreme Z areas are being combined in one. Now you could argue this is just for convenience sake, they're just doing it for a little quality of life update, makes it easier to do all the EZA areas because then you have, you know, more units you can use, and also it's easier to just scroll through them all because they're right there in that one, you know, little event. But I think this is a hint towards New Year's because you can see they're doing this the 4th of January. So obviously that's during New Year's, and it would make sense that maybe for New Year's we get a new Awakening for a free-to-play unit, and then an EZA for them, or just a new free-to-play unit straight up that gets an Awakening and an EZA, and then they would be added in this Extreme Z area. So that's the reason they're updating it now. So I'm going to take this as confirmation we're getting a movies themed. So I have a lot of potential themes we could get and potential movies that we could get centered around New Year's. So that's exactly what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Because you'll notice, one thing with Dokkan, a lot of movies, just in all of Dragon Ball, do not have that much representation in this game. I mean, just a couple off the top of my head that we will be talking about. Got the Bojack movie, Wrath of the Dragon, the Broly movies, all of them, talking about Dragon Ball Super, and all the Z Broly movies, because, I mean, if you think about it, it's kind of been a while since we had like a legit Broly. We had the Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Broly, but that doesn't really count. That's from Heroes, and also he straight up sucks, so, you know, no one's going to remember him. We had the Sunday Broly, and I'm pretty sure that was the last actual Broly we had. So it's just been way too long. I mean, I think there was the Band Unit Broly for the 7th year anniversary. But again, he sucks, so no one remembers him. So we definitely need some new movie stuff. So with all that said, I guess we can just go ahead and segue to the first choice I have here with the Super Saiyan 2 Gohan and then Bojack. So obviously these would be the 2 Dokkan Fest units for part 1 of New Year's. And I think both of them would be very good choices. A new Bojack is definitely deserved. This was the last one we got, and he absolutely sucks now. We need him to EZA, so that's another thing. Your EZA potential already set up for the celebration. EZA the STR Bojack, and then EZA the LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So a new Bojack. Dude, so much they could do here, because he's on so many weak teams. Resurrected Warriors, Movie Bosses, Full Power. What else? Terrifying Conquerors, Inhuman Deeds, Stored Figures. So definitely a lot of weak teams that they can make him very useful on. If they maybe want to make him, I don't know, a Stored Figures and Inhuman Deeds lead, I think that could be pretty good, because we still don't have a good lead for Inhuman Deeds, right? Oh my god, we don't. Dokkan, what are you doing? You give us Inhuman Deeds Extreme Super Battle Road, and this is what the leads for Inhuman Deeds is looking like. Like, what the hell is this? Like, okay, we need a new lead for this. So definitely him leading Inhuman Deeds, maybe also Stored Figures, because I know the best lead for that right now is the Dokkan Fest Bardock. And unfortunately, he's not really the greatest. He has aged out. Maybe if they also want to make him lead Movie Bosses. I know Movie Bosses doesn't really have that many good leads. So you can see what I'm getting at here. A lot of weak teams that he would be helping. And also, if they want to make this guy a good support, because typically with a lot of these units, they kind of have a theme. I mean, I know obviously with a lot of Gokus, you know, they're completely different. Like, you can't compare UI Goku to, I don't know, like a normal Super Saiyan Blue Goku. Their kits are very different. But also, with a lot of cooler units, they typically have built-in additionals. With Janimbas, they typically have guard. So there's kind of a theme with some of these named units. So maybe with this Bojack, if they want to kind of keep a theme of him being a support, I think that could be very useful. Maybe the new Dokkan Fest Bojack could support Extreme Class allies. He could support, you know, Space Traveling Warriors, Movie Bosses, Stored Figures, whatever category he's going to lead. And he could just be a really good Extreme Class option for the game, because we really need that right now. Don't get me wrong, we got a couple good Extreme Class units, but we need more. So definitely a new Bojack would be very good. And then a Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. I mean, I'm going to be completely honest. It really doesn't matter. What's probably going to end up happening is Gohan's going to be like the best unit in the game, and then Bojack's going to be like kind of alright, borderline, maybe top 6, which isn't kind of alright. That's still really useful. Top 6 unit in the game obviously will get you very far, but they're probably going to make Gohan like by far and away way better than Bojack, which would be fine, but he's not really helping the game as much as Bojack. Don't get me wrong, he's still on some weak teams. He's on Full Power, Youth, Bond Master and Disciple, Super Saiyan 2, Exploding Rage, All Out Struggle, Powerful Comeback, and Trusted Will. Okay, wait a minute. He is on a lot of weak teams, actually. You know what? I kind of take that back. He's helping some really bad teams, especially Super Saiyan 2. I was just talking about this the other day, but this category, yeah, I mean, just like Inhuman Deeds, it just doesn't have a good lead. So Super Saiyan 2 Gohan maybe leading, I don't know, I didn't mean to click on that, but yeah, actually, okay, Powerful Comeback, and then like Super Saiyan 2, or if they want to have him lead, you know, Hybrid Saiyans. I know Beast Gohan's the only good lead for that category right now, so a new one wouldn't really be all that bad. I definitely think that would be very useful, and it could make him great for the game. In terms of what he would look like, we have no idea. Gohans typically don't really have a theme. I mean, with like Bojacks and some of these extreme class units, they might have a reoccurring thing in their kit, but, you know, Super Saiyan 2 Gohans, it's just, hopefully they're good, right? All we can do is really hope. But that's pretty much it with the Bojack movie. New Dokkan Fest Bojack, new Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan 2 Gohan, and maybe an easy A for both of these guys that, you know, I just pulled up on the screen could be good as well. But then next up, we do have Superhero. Now, I know Superhero is going to sound really crazy for a lot of people because this was literally the theme we got last year, so a year after the Superhero stuff, then we're getting even more. I know that seems kind of out there and not really possible, but just look at Dragon Ball Legends, all right? On Dragon Ball Legends, we got the Beast Gohan, we got the Power Awakening Piccolo, and then not even a year later now, we've got the Transforming Beast Gohan, and we had a revived Power Awakening Piccolo into Orange Piccolo for Anniversary. So all I'm saying is Legends has been leaving Dokkan in the absolute dust with this superhero stuff. Legends had the Red Gohan, they had the Beast Gohan, they now got a Transforming Beast Gohan, they got Power Awakening Piccolo, they had a Pan, they have another Power Awakening Piccolo that goes into Orange, they have both the Gammas, there's the LF Gammas, there's technically the Magenta that's kind of like a Cell Max. So yeah, Legends has just been crushing it with the superhero stuff. And then there's Dokkan. I mean, we've got Beast Gohan in an active skill, so I mean, I guess that's pretty cool. But, you know, you compare it to Legends, it's crap, right? It's nothing. So I think getting Superhero again for New Year's would be really good. Obviously, standalone Beast Gohan and then a standalone Orange Piccolo would be my choices. But it's very possible they wouldn't want to do this because I think it's easily a theme for, like, Anniversary or something like that. They could easily want to wait till Anniversary, wait till the next Worldwide Balance Celebration, and then drop Superhero stuff because this would make them a lot of money. And I know last year, Superhero was obviously the theme for New Year's, so you'd think like, okay, well then yeah, they'd want to do it again for the next year. But I think last year was a little bit of a different case because they did want to release the Superhero stuff as early as possible, and New Year's just kind of fit the schedule. And that's why they made them like LRs as well, because obviously they wanted the new units to be LRs, make them as good and hype as possible, make them as premium as they could be, give them the LR treatment. But it was weird timing because we've never gotten an LR for New Year's before. So you could tell it was really random. So it's very possible maybe they wouldn't want to do it for New Year's again and then just save it for Anniversary. So I won't talk about this for too long. I just think a Beast Gohan and Orange Piccolo would make sense and it would be pretty cool. But then next up, we do have the Broly movie stuff, the Dragon Ball Super Broly movie stuff to be more specific. I mean, not really a whole lot to talk about as well. It's very simple. We don't have a standalone LR Berserker Broly. We don't have a standalone LR Blue Gogeta. Really crazy, by the way. A standalone LR Blue Gogeta, I feel like would make them so much money. And we're almost 9 years into the game, and we just don't have that. Same with this Broly as well. Like, I could easily see this being an Anniversary theme. So I guess that's another reason why we're not going to talk about it for that long, is because this could just not be New Year's, and they could just drop it for Anniversary. I'd be perfectly fine with that. I mean, both of these units, really exciting, really hype, and very similar to a lot of the other units we've been talking about. Really good on some weak teams. So obviously Broly would be on movie bosses, Full Power, Exploding Rage, Miraculous Awakening, Gifted Warriors. Gogeta would be on a lot of the Fusion teams, which aren't as good as you think. So I'm talking about like Fusion, what else? Final Trump Card, Time Limit, Fuse Fighters. A lot of these teams aren't as good as you'd think because Fusions have just kind of been neglected within the past couple years. Of course, we had that LR Vegito. We had, what? The Limit Breaker Super Saiyan 4 Vegito, and then that's pretty much it. Like, Gogetas and Vegetos have kind of just been getting shafted recently. I mean, I know it's nice to have a break from the big-time fusions because normally we get, like, both of them twice every year or something like that. But I don't know, man. I mean, it's the hype stuff. You know, we need to have it at least every couple years. So we're definitely approaching a new Gogeta and a new Vegito. That's what I'm trying to get at. So I think a Gogeta Blue for, like, New Year's or maybe for Anniversary is definitely possible. And then, obviously, him releasing alongside an LR Berserker Broly would be really good because he's also another unit we need to get an LR. But anyway, moving on from the Dragon Ball Super Broly stuff, and now we've got the Dragon Ball Z Broly. So obviously a new Dragon Ball Z Broly would be really good. We could get maybe an EZA for this guy right here, or the Tech Dragon Ball Z Broly. and then he would release alongside a energy absorbed Super Saiyan Goku. Not really sure how the name of that would go, but basically it's from the first Broly movie where he absorbs the energy from, you know, like Vegeta, Piccolo, Trunks, Gohan, all of them, and then one-shots Broly. We don't have any representation of that in the game, at least as I know, so this is the closest unit I could pull up. He would basically be on all these teams, you know, movie heroes, probably Connected Hope, Bond of Friendship, and all that, but it wouldn't technically be this Goku. Although, you know, a rotation of this Goku and then a new energy-absorbed Goku or whatever, I mean, his name would probably just be Super Saiyan Goku, but I'm trying to say that so you know who I'm talking about. It would go really crazy because this guy's a great slot 2 option, and then maybe if the new Goku could be good for slot 1, that'd be a really good setup right there. And also, this guy's a Rainbow Orb changer, so it'd work out pretty good with that. And a new Dragon Ball Z Broly, pretty much every reason I said a Dragon Ball Super Broly would be good applies to this guy, and then more. Because now this guy's also on Planetary Destruction, Inhuman Deeds, and all that crazy stuff, which makes him even more useful for the game. So if they want to make him, I don't know, like a Planetary Destruction and Movie Bosses lead, or if Bojack isn't going to be a good Inhuman Deeds lead or an Inhuman Deeds lead at all, maybe make this guy lead Inhuman Deeds and be the definite lead for that category. Because look, I just want a good Inhuman Deeds lead. It's been way too long, and we still only have a 150% lead for it, which is crazy. So definitely some really good potential with Broly here. I hope they don't give him restrictions like this guy has. This guy does have to be facing a Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans category enemy to get the maximum amount of damage reduction and crit chance that you can get. But, I mean, as long as they make him somewhat good, even without restrictions, I guess I'm okay with that. But then also, you know, maybe drop actual content that has a Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans category enemy if you're going to restrict him to facing a Pure Saiyans or Hybrid Saiyans category enemy. So, what I'm trying to say is I hope they put a little bit of thought into this release and not just no brain the whole passive like they do with most Extreme Class units. But definitely Dragon Ball Z Broly and then a new Super Saiyan Goku will be pretty good. More so the Dragon Ball Z Broly than the Super Saiyan Goku. But hey, a Super Saiyan Goku's always hype, right? And then next up, we do have a Super Saiyan 3 Goku and then, I guess, Tapion? I mean, they could really do whatever they want. If they want to make it a Harudagon or whatever, I guess they could do that, but it really wouldn't be that hype. So I think maybe just giving us a new card like this, where it's Tapion and a Harudagon, but making the animations a little bit better, you know, a little bit more polished because it's newer, would probably be the best way they could approach this, because Tapion obviously makes a little bit more money than just a Harudagon. But the main boy that we care about, Super Saiyan 3 Goku, and then also this guy getting an EZA, because he desperately needs it. One of the oldest units to not have an EZA, and that's just crazy because there's been so many opportunities they could have EZA'd him. But we're not here to talk about EZAs, we're here to talk about the new Dokkan Fest units. So, a new Dokkan Fest Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I'm going to just assume they make him very good offensively and kind of alright defensively, so kind of how they designed this guy. Now, obviously, kind of alright defensively means I want him to still be able to survive difficult content. You know, if the enemy's hitting for, you know, 1.2 million or something, I want him to be able to get to a point where he can survive that. But maybe, like, for the first couple turns, if he sucks defensively, or maybe if he's really good for the first couple turns defensively, but then that drops off, I'd be okay with that, because I understand they want to kind of keep a theme with this unit. They want to make him very good offensively, and then make him maybe not so amazing defensively, as you can see here with, you know, the minus 70% defense he gets. So I think there's a lot of different ways they could approach this, but as long as he's good, I'm not complaining, because he's also on some pretty weak teams as well. Super Saiyan 3, Full Power, Final Trump Card, Mastered Evolution, Bond of Friendship, which Super Saiyan 3 has been getting some noticeable buffs as of recently. We had the new Super Saiyan 3 Goku Black, who leads that category, and then just a lot of Dragon Ball Heroes, EZAs, and all that stuff, which have been kind of buffing the category. But mainly this guy right here, because he's actually a lead for the category, which we were missing beforehand. So definitely good potential with this guy, and some good teams that he's buffing as well. And then Tapion, I don't know, dude. They could do whatever they want with him. All I'm really happy is he's buffing Giant Form. Giant Form has to be like the worst team in the game, so getting an actual good unit on there will always be good. I mean, I guess we have like World Tournament Piccolo, but other than him, this category just kind of sucks. So a new unit on there is always a W, and then obviously other categories he's helping as well. But I'm gonna be completely honest, Giant Form's the main one I care about. But I guess that pretty much has been the video. Let me know which theme you want most for New Year's, and let me know which Dokkan Fest units you'd want to see the most, and I'll catch y'all in the next one.